The Eternals are just now joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which means that sooner rather than later, they will join up with the Avengers and the bigger MCU that is forming at the same time. So let's hear about the excitement from at least one of the stars about interacting with other MCU characters. There has obviously been plenty that's said and teased by various actors from the Eternals about the future of their characters in the MCU, where they could show up, what might be the next step, who could even interact with who down the road. The latest is Kumail Nanjiani, who of course plays Kingo, and he recently had a conversation with the Rolling Stones magazine, and he was specifically asked about the upcoming character he's playing, and where could we see him next, and what exactly he is excited for next. And he obviously teased a crossover and joining more Marvel Studios projects down the road and teaming up with characters, but then he said that what he really cares about right now is seeing all the representation going on. Because if you look at him, quite obviously, like the rest of the Eternals, they're trying to really push representation and trying to make sure that everybody has a hero that they can look at the screen for and go, well, I can relate with that. And he says that when it comes to that, he feels very flattered that there's already people doing that with him. And then he looks at other things that are happening out there in the MCU, and he says that he is hopeful and excited to at one point be on the screen with Ms.Marvel. And he points to the fact that if you look at her, obviously a Muslim, there's something there. It's one of the best-selling graphic novels of the 2010s. It actually ended up #1 many years in a row. So people are excited for that. So he's excited to hopefully get to see more of that and unite more diverse people on the screen together and make everybody feel welcome. And then he did also say, well, Dave Bautista as well, because he's friends with him. They were in Stuber together. I mean, I loved Stuber. I'm like one of the only people that saw that. Literally, wife and I were the only people in the theater for that on opening night. Stuber, huh? But yeah, I agree with him. I'm excited. Even if I can't personally relate to some of these characters because I don't know what they're coming from, from their sexual orientation or whatever else. I get that there are people that are going to relate to them. And I love that everybody can be represented finally, which is great. In my opinion, that's awesome. Can't wait. I'm excited to see more and more people in the MCU that are stars say the same thing. It's like, yeah, you just can't wait. Everybody should be able to look at the Avengers and go, wow, I can spot somebody that's like me up in that lineup. That's awesome. I know it's going to cause some people to get angry because I don't know how it affects you, honestly. But hey, I'm excited, he's excited, and I'm excited. So get excited.